Japanese proverb says, "It takes a village to raise a child." Indeed, it takes a teacher, a leader, a parent, a guardian, and a stakeholder to educate a wholesome student in Guinuyoran National High School. And it takes a dedicated teacher, a committed leader, a supportive parent, an encouraging guardian, and a patronizing stakeholder to produce a resilient learner in these challenging times in the institution. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 5th Junior High School Moving Up Ceremony and the 4th Senior High School Commencement Exercises. Our resilience deserves a grand celebration in strengthening the quality of education amid the COVID-19 pandemic. Kalidad ng edukasyon, lalong patatagin sa gitna ng pandemya. This event is a commemoration of the sacrifices and successes of the graduating class and their parents and guardians who, in their own ways, show us that there is hope in our education. This ceremony is a living testimony that by God, we shall learn, we shall heal, and we shall live. Ladies and gentlemen, this moment is yours to celebrate. Ladies and gentlemen, let us witness the processional of the dedicated and committed teachers and leaders who helped us learn and get through in these challenging times. Let us give tribute to the national anthem, invoke the sovereignty of the Almighty God in spirit and in truth, and showcase our pride in the regional march.
Mga kababayan, ang pambansang awit ng Pilipinas.
Mag-ibig, helas ng sinakalan, alam ng puso, sa titik mo'y buhay. Lupang hinirang, tuyag ka ng magiting, sa manlulupin, di ka pasisingil, sa nagagang tutok sa simoy at sa langit mong pagaw, ay hinatang tulakaw.
Heavenly Father, join us in this most momentous point of our life. Give us your grace as we finally accept a precious diploma in our hands. May we carry all the teachings and learnings from our teachers. And may we cherish the bond formed with our classmates and friends. Bless us, dear Lord, as we move on to the next phase of our existence. May we always remember to believe in you and rely on you in every hard decision that we make. May this event be an inspiration to all of us, Lord, so we may use our knowledge and skills for the goodness of all mankind. Let your Spirit be with us today as we pick the fruit of our labor and sacrifices. All of this we ask in the name of Jesus, your beloved Son. Amen.
Diyos sa iyong Mindanao mabuhay, di mahal na mong natawan. Mauswagon, masidakon, malipayon, para sa katahon. Magkapiling kaning kasing-kasing, ang kabanaan o kamalipayon. Isa ka numero maang magpaibabaw, ang kahon sa'yo kanina. Mabuhay ang iyong Mindanao, Mindanao mong natawan. Isag-usap ang kaliwa, kami na minahalan. Sa buhat ang katuyuan, simbolo sa kagawasan. Magkabiling na magkahirusa, kadahugan sa tanan. Mabuhay ang iyong Mindanao, Mindanao mong natawan. Isag-usap ang kaliwa, kami na minahalay. Sa buhat ang katuyuan, simbolo sa kagawasan. Magpabiling na magkahirusa, kadahugan sa tanan. Magpabiling na magkahirusa, kadahugan sa tanan.
The pandemic has posed many challenges to the learning experiences of our learners, but thanks to the willingness, understanding, and wit of our students, we can claim that the institution is successful in the implementation of the modular distance learning. Let us be fired up with the welcome address of Miss Mary Joy Laborte.
We are what we believe and think about. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, especially to our beloved teachers, visitors, parents, and to my fellow candidates for graduation. It is a great pleasure to welcome you all to the second virtual ceremony of Guinuyoran National High School for the school year 2020-2021. My warmest congratulations for a job well done. To all those who will be receiving degrees and certificates today, and acknowledge the support that helped us along the way, whose love and efforts enabled us to achieve our goal in life. To all the family and friends who are watching live with us today, faculty, staff, and administrations of Guinuyoran National High School, through the active and dynamic leadership of our beloved school principal, Mrs. Ana Flor Q. Gahun, who never give up in continuing what is best for the betterment of the entire institution amidst this pandemic where everything is affected and really felt the change. Graduation is without a doubt the most important moments in a student life. And because we've reached the level, the conclusion of our schooling, it is a mixture of delight and grief for us. Joy for achieving our objectives and sorrows for saying goodbye to those who had been part in our life. We would like to express our gratitude to all those who worked tirelessly to organize this well-planned event. Because you put in additional time and effort to ensure that we have a meaningful ceremony. Our virtual graduation is much more unforgettable. Thank you, dear instructor, for the wisdom you've imparted to us and for all the lessons you taught us. Thank you, dear parents, for all of the efforts in providing us with a decent education, for being always there in any obstacle we are facing in our schooling, financial support you have given, and all of the sacrifices you've made to reach our dreams. We're glad you're here with us today, because this is a watershed moment for us. To our alma mater, Guinuyoran National High School, who taught us the values in order to face our future without fear. Thank you. Most importantly, thank God for all of the blessings. On behalf of the graduating class, loving parents, supportive stakeholders, honored guests, it is my pleasure to invite you all to participate in this year's virtual graduation ceremony. Soon, one by one, we will march onto this platform to accept our medals, achievements, and degrees. Classmates, fellow candidates for graduation, junior high school who will be moving up with us today, I wish that we may have the best for the years ahead in our lives. May the coming years be good to all of us. And may God and His wisdom bestow success upon us. Once again, welcome to this momentous second virtual graduation ceremony of Guinuyoran National High School.
Guinuyoran National High School kicked the class opening off with hope and readiness, and is closing the school year with triumph and resilience, all because of the invigorating supervision of Secretary Leonor M. Briones, the Secretary of the Department of Education. Let us be inspired in her message.
Good day to each and everyone who is attending virtually present at this time of our graduation ceremonies for our beloved and very precious graduates for the school year which ends at this time. First of all, I'd like to greet the parents and family members without whose sacrifices, whose reminders, and whose participation in the learning process for our graduates have resulted in this culmination program. This year, your role has changed drastically, where we've always believed that the matter of educating our children rests nearly exclusively on our teachers and our staff. This time, you parents, you family members, you who are in the households of our learners have expanded your role and contributed to this wonderful day, wherein finally, our learners are graduating in this culmination exercise. So congratulations, because this year has not been very easy, has not been a picnic for our teachers, for our family members, as well, especially the parents, mothers, fathers, sisters, brothers, and all who have contributed to the achievement of our learners at this time. So, maraming salamat at congratulations, parents and family members. Mas malaki ang role ninyo at this time compared to earlier graduation exercises. Secondly, I would also like to greet our teachers, without whose very careful review and careful supervision of the work of our pupils and our learners, this event would would not be taking place at all. And so, thank you, teachers. Your role has also expanded. In addition to seeing to it that the modules are faithfully followed, the assignments are correctly implemented, and the learners are truly learning, and you have had to deal with new ways of assessing the performance also of the learners. So, congratulations, teachers, for enduring, for your patience, for your love for our learners, and your willingness to engage in a way and methods of teaching which are different from those which are used to. Assessment must have been especially difficult for you, especially since you were not able to see most of the time our students in face-to-face meetings, and most of the meetings, of course, were virtual. We'd also like to thank the local government units for their interest, for their cooperation, and for their continuing contributions to the needs of education, even as our children do not go to school. Your donations of material as well as financial resources at this time are most welcome, and your advice has been taken seriously not only by our teachers, by our school officials, but also by our officials in the Department of Education. We continually talk with local government units, especially in times of disaster, in times of great need for classrooms, for space, and for responses to unforeseen emergencies. Thank you, local government units. But of course, most of the congratulatory greetings fall on the deserving graduate. Each and every one of you is truly special. You are different from the other graduates who have passed through the portals of your school. You went to school practically without seeing your teachers, if at all. You went to school with your parents, your mothers, and your fathers hovering over your shoulders and seeing to it that you are able to complete your assignments. You are completing your studies at a time when examinations and assessments are different. You are culminating these long months of hard work at this time, even as you have to do family chores, even as you are distracted, and even as your world has turned upside down, and it seems and it appears as if we don't know what the future holds and what will happen next. But you have persevered, and now you are ready to graduate. And therefore, you deserve each and every bit of congratulations from us in the Department of Education from your parents and family members, your teachers, from the officials in local government, as well as in the parent teachers associations. You deserve each and every single congratulatory pat on your back, each hug virtually, of course, and each greeting, which I am sure you are also receiving virtually. I don't know if you will remember this event many, many years from now. I have tried to recall myself who our graduation speaker was when I finished high school and when I finished my college studies. All I remember is that the graduation speaker was someone important, someone who was invited because that someone is supposed to give a message. What was more important to us graduates at that time was the excitement of the celebrations, the happiness and the joy of our parents, the sadness of parting from our classmates and from our teachers, and the enjoyment of all the graduation events that usually take place come commencement day. When I was a college student, we had a series of events which were designed to embed in our minds, which were designed to help us remember and not forget our days in college. We would spend one whole day going around the campus, visiting the classrooms, saying goodbye to our teachers, and sharing memories. We would have bonfires to say goodbye to each other. We had baccalaureate services where we committed ourselves to God and we prayed for guidance when we go out into the world. So many celebrations, and the speaker, of course, is the least important and easily forgotten component of the graduation exercise. Nonetheless, I will exert all efforts to share with you what I see are things or issues which a graduate should remember and recall. I have said that you are very special. You are very different. You are pioneering. There has been no other class like your class. There has been no other graduate like you as a graduating student because you are the very first graduate of the blended learning response to education in the Philippines. And so you ask yourself, what awaits you in the world outside? You can either work because the kind of curriculum you survived and underwent as a student will enable you to go to work if you wish to go to work. Some of you will proceed to further studies, and this would be a wonderful thing because there are many opportunities for further expanding your knowledge, for further answering and looking for explanations of issues, events that make you curious, especially in science, in technology, and also in the arts. So you can work, you can go to further studies, and perhaps some of you will settle down, hopefully not too soon, so you can pursue what you really want to do. So today, This is why we call this exercise a commencement exercise. It's not the end of our studies. It's not the end of all our efforts with blended learning, with modules, with floods, with earthquakes, and of course with COVID. It's a commencement of doors opening to you. More doors will be opened because you are a graduate. You can work, you can proceed for further studies, you can help your parents, and you can perhaps look for opportunities to do what you have always wanted to do, whether at work, whether at advanced studies, whether at learning more in science and technology, in mathematics, and in the arts. All of these opportunities are available to you. More doors are being opened. I hope you will select the door which arouses your curiosity, the door which will help you know more about this world, and the door which will allow you to contribute to the development of our country and contribute whatever we can to solve our problems and our challenges. Congratulations once more to each and every one of you. Congratulations to you, parents and family members. Congratulations to you, teachers. When I was chair of the board of Silliman University, each time we had graduation ceremonies during the baccalaureate and during commencement itself, I would cry. I would cry because you are sending out into the world a new batch of graduates, and we want to be sure that what is awaiting them is appropriate. We want to be sure that they are ready for what awaits them when they select which door to open. And so we tell you, go out to the world, do whatever you want to do. God be with you, and be assured that all of us love each and every one of you. Congratulations.
Guinuyoran National High School kicked the class opening off with hope and readiness, and is closing the school year with triumph and resilience, all because of the invigorating supervision of our Regional Director, Dr. Arturo B. Bayocot. Let us be inspired in his message.
Isang maalab at matagumpay na araw po sa ating lahat. Mula dito sa amin sa Kagawaran ng Edukasyon sa Amihan ng Mindanao. Graduation, completion, or moving up ceremonies are testimonies of excellent coordination, genuine hard work, and great love. When the COVID-19 pandemic struck the world, hitting the various sectors including education, the Department of Education, through the competent leadership of Secretary Leonor Magtolis Briones, firmly accepted the challenge to continue education, bravely wrestling with the challenges of the pandemic and unceasingly finding solutions to address any emerging problems. Amidst all these difficulties, emerged excellent coordination across all levels of governance and the different stakeholders, with the teachers at the forefront of delivering the basic education learning continuity plan. And here they are, our learners, who willingly submitted themselves to blended distance learning, painstakingly learning the ways of the new learning landscape, and successfully accomplishing all their academic requirements through genuine hard work. But these successes would not have been possible if not for the great love of the parents and guardians who have been selflessly offering their prayers, time, and resources. In other words, the successes of our learners, our teachers, our leaders, and the Department of Education at large, with the unwavering support of all our stakeholders, are products of our collective decision to succeed as one family. On behalf of the entire DepEd Region 10, allow me to thank and congratulate everyone for this great feat, which attests that DepEd indeed is on track. But just like what is said in our theme for this year's end of school year rights, strengthening quality education amid COVID-19 pandemic, we need to be on our toes. The COVID-19 pandemic is real, and so are other education emergencies. All together, let us rise from this pandemic, recalibrate our learning continuity plans, and continue to deliver quality education for our learners, the heart of DepEd 10. Muli, binabati ko ang lahat ng nagtapos sa taong ito. Hangad namin ang inyong patuloy na tagumpay, anumang landas ang inyong tatahakin. Pagpalain nawa kayo ng poong may kapal. Marami pong salamat.
Let us be acquainted of our guest speaker through Ma'am Mary Jean N. Subayco.
We are so blessed today that our request has been granted to have this one-of-a-kind guest speaker who will grace today's unforgettable moment, the virtual graduation of Guinuyoran National High School. It is my honor to introduce to you our guest speaker. Our speaker is known to be the product of Barangay Guinuyoran and a true crown to be really proud of. She spent her elementary education at Guinuyoran Central School from 2005 to 2011 and graduated in the same school her elementary education. She continued to seek wisdom and build memories at Guinuyoran National High School from 2011 to 2015. I personally witnessed how she grew and molded her values and character, for she was once third-year high school when I joined DepEd and happened to be one of her subject teachers. She did not settle for less, for she graduated salutatorian. Along with her academic success, she also made JHS proud and honored for winning the search for Miss Lakambini ng Kalikasan during the 2013 Division Science Fair and Quest held at Sinayawan Elementary School last September 23 to 24, 2013. This did not stop her, for she too embraced the field of research, and that made her an awardee for the Certificate of Achievement as first place for the Science Investigatory Project in the Life Science Individual Secondary category held during the National Children's Science Congress at Calamba, Laguna last February 1 to 3, 2015. Truly, she is a well-rounded person, gifted with leadership skill as SSG Vice President and as SAAT-S3. She pursued her college education at Central Mindanao University from 2015 to 2019 with a degree of Bachelor of Secondary Education, major in English, and graduated cum laude. As young as she was once an ALS instructional manager from July 2019 to March 2020. By God's grace, she is now a DepEd employee starting from April 5, 2021. Ladies and gentlemen, help me welcome our guest speaker for today's virtual graduation of Guinuyoran National High School, Miss Giselle B. Cabiling.
To all the graduates, proud parents, teachers, and guests, a pleasant day to all of us. I am so honored and grateful to be invited to such a momentous event in your lives, your graduation and your moving up ceremony. 6 years ago, I was just like you, happy, excited, and overwhelmed. But deep inside, I was scared. I felt the fear of not being able to finish my studies, and the fear of what lies ahead. Let me share with all of you a brief story of how I was honed by the challenges I met in life. During my high school days, I used to be a very diligent student. I strive hard in my studies. I even joined different competitions just to earn additional points for extracurricular activities and have good grades. A student who's afraid to fail. Failure is not my thing. I had this as my motto in life because I don't want to disappoint the people around me, most especially my parents. I want them to be proud of me always. I want them to be happy. Maybe because we aren't blessed with financial stability, that's why I don't want to waste their hard-earned money. Then, with prayer, hard work, and perseverance, I graduated as the class salutatorian of my high school batch. Here comes my freshman year in college. To be honest, I really don't have any idea as to what course and major I should take. Because when I was still young, my dream is to be a flight attendant. But I was not blessed financially, so I took up Bachelor of Secondary Education, major in Physical Education, during the first semester of my first year. But as the semester ended, I realized that physical education is not for me. So I shifted to Bachelor of Secondary Education, major in English. There's a certain time in college when someone asked me, "Ngano nag-education man ka? Nga bright man ka, salutatorian pa gyud ka sa high school." In my mind, I said, "Ngano di ay? Kinahanglan di ay if mag-education bugok?" I am not saying nga bright ko. Mapaningkamuton lang gyud siguro. My college days were so amazing and overwhelming at the same time. I encountered a lot of struggles, financially, emotionally, and physically. Though I don't have to pay for my tuition because of scholarships, my parents would still have to apply for a loan in the company that they are in, or to lend money from other people during enrollment because there were still a lot of fees that I need to pay for. College fees, department fees, and dorm rentals. Another problem is when Friday comes. We call it Fly Day, the day when I usually go back home and hold up money from my parents. There were times that they didn't have extra money to give to me, so to provide me an allowance every week, we ended up lending money again and again and again. Punong-puno na kami sa utang that time. Nasa likod, harap, magkabilang gilid, sa kaliwa at kanan. Yung tipong wala pang sweldo yung mga magulang ko, kinain na, inutang na, ubos na. I was once criticized by some people close to us. Some said, "Kani si Giselle, di jud ni kalampos kay pobre kay ni sila." When we tried to borrow money, some would say, "Mangutang na sad ka? Napagaling mo'y utang mo panabayran?" All their feedbacks were not so good for our ears and hearts. but I turned those negative comments, negative feedbacks into motivation. I challenged myself to do better in my studies. Thank God, I availed myself a scholarship from Congressman O'Neill Roque. It had helped me a lot during my stay at CNU. I strived so hard and spent lots of sleepless nights just to maintain the required general weighted average for my scholarship. I only prayed for a diploma, but God gave me a bonus, which was the medal. He doubles and even triples my prayer. He let me graduate with flying colors. My parents were so happy, and I was so glad also. I was overwhelmed, but I felt another fear that time. I was so scared and pressured because my journey will not just end after graduation. I know that. There's still a big battle that I must win: the licensure examination for teachers. I once doubted myself, and there was a lot of overthinking that came to my mind. What if I fail the board exam? What if I disappoint my parents? What if people mock me if I will not pass? I can't take it. I was really pressured at that time because most of the people in Guinuyoran knew that I am a cum laude in college, and it would be a great slap for me if I couldn't pass the board exam. I don't know what to do that time. I was so bothered and confused. I prayed to God that I will win the battle. Thank you, Lord. This will be my first and last board exam, I said. I even wrote notes about the lessons, different possible topics for the board exam on bond papers, and pasted them on my wall. I wrote a special declaration note saying, Giselle B. Kabiling, LPT on December 2020. God heard my prayers. I passed the September 2019 licensure examination for teachers. I was so happy upon seeing my name on the list. Tinitingnan ko yung list every day sa takot ko na baka mawala yung name ko. Baka mag-post yung taga-PRC na may clerical error. Parang si Steve Harvey kumbaga. Takot akong ma-miss Columbia that time. But I thank God because that list was final. I passed the board exam. I felt scared again after passing the LET. I thought I could get a job directly after that. I realized that there is still another battle that I must win: to be on the registry of qualified applicants in the Department of Education. Upon passing the requirements for the ranking, I said again, thank you, Lord. This would be my first and last ranking para ma-RQA. I prayed many times, day and night. God heard my prayers again. I'm on the list. My prayers haven't ended there. I prayed several times for an item. I was so specific with my prayers. I wrote declaration notes again saying, May your will be done, Lord. DepEd English Junior High School item this year. And the other one is Giselle B. Kabiling, Teacher 1 at Guinuyoran National High School on June 2020. My friends from other majors got a call that they were hired already. I was a bit hopeless when 2020 ended because I haven't had a call yet, but I still prayed. I stick to the verse saying, commit your works to the Lord and your thoughts will be established. That is in Proverbs 16 verse 3. He is my only refuge. I prayed earnestly to God for a stable job. Life is full of twists and turns. On March 16, 2021, I was in a cloud nine of emotion because I got a call from the Department of Education, Division of Valencia City, saying that I'm hired. I was in the middle of accomplishing my requirements for that job when my world had stopped for a while because on March 18, 2021, my grandfather died. I was so devastated and broke at that time. I just prayed that we could get through that. I'm still thankful to God because after a long wait, it took me more than a year of waiting and praying for an item. Then He gave it to me. Though it is not an English item in Guinuyoran National High School, I am still blessed because He gave me a DepEd item still in the alternative learning system and assigned in Guinuyoran Central School. And now, I am trying to give back to my parents. It's one of the best things I could ever do for them. So dear completers and graduates, I know that you still have a long journey to take. Keep on dreaming. Do good with your study. If you experience failures, just think that it is part of the process. Don't pressure yourselves. Take it easy. You don't have to study hard. You just have to study well. Focus on your goals because life is a continuous battle. Please remember the word push always. Pray until something happens. In whatever you do, please remember God. He will not fail you. He is our great refuge. He will help you in getting the desires of your heart. You must keep your faith burning. Please remember that God's delay isn't His denial. When something is taking longer than you expected, trust God, because God is preparing you. I would like to share this verse with all of you. This is from Philippians 4, verse 6 to 7. Do not be anxious about anything, but in every situation, by prayer and petition, with thanksgiving, present your requests to God. And the peace of God, which transcends all understanding, will guard your heart and your minds in Christ Jesus. Thank you, everyone. Congratulations, and God bless us.
Our school principal, the surging power that leads the development of Guinuyoran National High School, Ma'am Ana Flor Q. Gahom, will conduct the presentation of the candidates.
Good morning to all the candidates for completion and graduation for this school year 2020-2021, to the proud parents, to the ever-supportive stakeholders of Guinuyoran National High School, to the hard-working teachers, and to our DepEd officials from this division, my warmest felicitation to all of us. Indeed, we have successfully made it despite the pandemic. My heartfelt gratitude to all of you who have worked hard and have shared the resources which lead us to this victorious day. Most of all, to our Divine Maker for His endless grace and mercy that made all these things possible. Dr. Conibel C. Nistal, Assistant Schools Division Superintendent of this division, may I have the honor to present to you 148 candidates for completion, of whom 58 are males and 90 females. I certify that they have satisfactorily completed all the requirements prescribed by the Department of Education under the K-12 Basic Education Curriculum. Ma'am, for your confirmation.
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Department of Education through its representative, Rowena H. Paraon, CESA 6, officer in charge of the Office of the Schools Division Superintendent of the Division of Valencia City, and as certified by your school head that you have satisfactorily completed the requirements of the junior high school curriculum prescribed by the Department of Education, I hereby confirm you as completers of junior high school for school year 2020-2021. In this confirmation are the rights and privileges exclusively extended to the completers of the Republic of the Philippines. Congratulations!
Dr. Rowena Haliasgo Paraon, CESU 6, Assistant Schools Division Superintendent, Officer in Charge, Office of the Schools Division Superintendent. May I have the honor to present to you 57 candidates for graduation from the senior high school. From the academic track, Accountancy, Business and Management strand, 6 males and 7 females, a total of 13. From the academic track, General Academic strand, 1 female. From the technical, vocational and livelihood track, Home Economics strand, a male and 18 females, a total of 19. From the technical, vocational, livelihood track, Information and Communication Technology strand, 18 males and 6 females, a total of 24. I certify that these learners have satisfactorily completed all the requirements prescribed by the Department of Education under the K-12 Basic Education Curriculum. Ma'am, for your confirmation.
By virtue of the power vested in me as officer in charge of the Office of the Schools Division Superintendent of the Division of Valencia City, and as certified by your school head that you have satisfactorily completed the requirements for graduation in the senior high school curriculum prescribed by the Department of Education, I hereby confirm you as graduates of senior high school for school year 2020-2021. With this confirmation are the rights and privileges exclusively extended to the graduates of the Republic of the Philippines. Congratulations!
The distribution of certificates of the completers will be conducted by Ma'am Shefaya Maglor Bragat, the Grade 10 Level Coordinator.
May I have the honor to present the Grade 10 result completers for the school year 2020-2021. Anga John Davon G. Aranas John Clyde L. Arcelias Kent G. Bacalso Dexter P. Bactol Justini D. Baguio Clint Maxell A. Banduho Rico J. P. Baraga Angelito D. Basarte Ruel Camp A. Bitacura Irvin M. Borlas Armando Jr. C. Cabilio Arcel John. Camarillo Valen L. Cañas Ian Mark M. Canque Gilbert C. Carahasan Vincent C. Carva Joshua E. Sibalios Roland P. Colipano Wendell L. Kunog Januel S. Jano J. Mark R. Tormis Reds. Abesta Charian A. Akaso Kimberly Z. Antilan Kizijin R. Anga Jayashri Angie. Arcelia Nova Jane Q. Arsolon Mary Joy P. Baculio Cindy S. Badili Grazel May. Badili Remiros A. Bailosi Swindelin J. Benlot Azel Jane L. Benson Pauline P. Bitakura Angeli S. Brucey Danelle Jane O. Cabalquinto Angeli C. Kagubkob Nikamay P. with honors. Cambare Jacel S. Cañete Apple Chendi B. Cañete Gian Cassandra G. Cañete Rika Wayne A. Canuno Liza May L. with honors. Caparoso Russell S. Rahasan Rosal Ann L. Kumamaw Loverly Joy B. Kunahap Alma. Durango Niña Jean H. Escorial Flor de Lis B. Hilario April Grace P. with honors. Marco Russell B. Otida Lendalu S. Introducing the Grade 10 Bonifacio completers. Cacho Kylmar S. De Los Santos Vince M. Duhailongso Deji S. Duhailongso John Dave D. Gamayon Peter June B. Hilwano Romdel M. Indoy Christian A. Indoy Gerald A. Hamamawe James C. Labitad John Vic M. Larian Jake P. Lico Ralph Culin M. with honors. Looking Alan June C. Makatangay Archie T. Mandipol Renan A. Matulin Virgil D. Montajes Jeffrey G. Namit Giovanni M. Otida J. Mark D. Otida Jimmy Jr. S. Daling Claire Grisel R. Dinunong Kylie Caril A. Jalong Angelea L. Jano Wishril R. with honors. Estor Mariadel M. Galientes Jensan D. Gavin J.Ann L. Hagsay Ronaline A. Hilario Jamaica A. Ingaling Jonna May Jean O. with honors. Hava Annie S. Lagnas Mary Grace B. Lapis Rona Jane A. Lato Julie May. Librando Ruelin P. Luayan Margie T. Luayan Rodamay T. Macaraya Ira L. Mandapiton Daisy Joy M. Manquiques Lara May J. Montajes Rechilen A. Morales Elizabeth T. Nilias Jessica Marie L. Ore Mabel Jane S. Orong Syra Faith P. Pador Chris Arian L. Tapia Joanne R. Presenting the completers from grade 10 Mabini. Batistis Aiki J. M. Konomon Janelle G. Lagunday Nikos Z. Looking John Walter B. Pantanial Janil T. Patlunag Jonathan T. Patlunag Jeric T. Ravidas Isagani Jr. A. Rosina Del Martel S. Sagaya Danielle M. Salahay J. Mart R. Sumili Rodmark Hill R. Taer Gino A. Tapaling Almer P. Urot Gwynel D. Villalon Nathaniel Adam M. Zamora Christian J. G. Pakiwag Christine H. with honors. Patluna Kate Angeli T. Pinonia Jean C. Pirohan Ella S. Poblete Charlene N. Ugoy Micaela M. with honors. Putian Hazel A. Kilab Vanessa O. Rapana Angelica T. Rubio Princess Althea I. with honors. Rugay Abigail L. with honors. Ruiz Angelu M. Sagayok Syra Grace L. Sanchez Clarice L. with honors. Sanchez Charlene L. Sakosana Jocelyn L. with honors.
Sakosana Rena L. with honors. Sava Eljane L. Sullivel Angel Hope M. with honors. Suelto Eliza J. T. Tabilon Cristel A. Taktakon Moriel M. Tapia Marily T. Texon Daneline A. Pero Glidel L. Tormes Venosa S. Trasona Christine C. Tuminaw Lovejoy D. Rendalas Jason Joy. Valmaria Jasmine K. Villar Rosalie T. with honors. Yata Brea May M. Zamora Ruth L.
The distribution of certificates of the graduates will be conducted by Ma'am Maria Cora Antoinette Yu, the Senior High School Coordinator.
May I now call the graduates from Accountancy, Business and Management. Bantilan Renren S. with honors. Epili John Steven A. Fiel Kent Jackie L. Pepito Richard A. Tapia Junrei Y. with honors. Yamaro Jonathan V. Almonte Janaika. Carva Cynthia C. Espinosa Kimberly D. Larian Emeraldine P. Makilan Charishke S. with honors. Perohan Rezel S. with honors. Pugoy Hazel Jane M. with honors. General Academic Strand. Alquizola Criselda D. Introducing the graduates from Technical Vocational Livelihood, Home Economics. Bacalso Christian Ray D. Anshano Aiza B. Bacos Edsel Rose J. Byong Crizel Milky M. with honors. Cabalquinto Adiza C. Kakulba Angeli A. Caños Maria Danica P. Gonayan Chona C. Hilia Ezra Y. Laborte Maryjoy B. with honors. Lato Marilyn G. Lopena Joan Marie Z. Pasukal Jayan M. Poncon Gerald May L. Kilab Kathleen Grace G. Salvan Shala Jane M. Suwiko Annalyn C. Tabilon Jason Rose A. Ilanan Juliet L. Information and Communication Technology. Anciano Ayan B. Antona Lemuel G. Baston Troy Dave L. Batshag Warren J. T. Kakulba Rinjay R. De Los Santos Jeffoy Von. De Los Santos Rovic M. Estor John Lord M. Gabukan Christian J. Galvez Dave G. Hilario Von Darby P. Lamag Raymark M. Lichak Raymark. Lomansang Jeffrey C. Pasco Caril J. S. Sabanal Calvin Ken M. Saramusing Lloyd P. Tubog James Lee. Alcontin Chris V. with honors. Batshag Angeli Joy M. Beduya Jonalyn C. with honors. Betakura Emeline M. with honors. Mendones Ivy Jean R. Tapaling Cheryl P.
At the end of every journey, a little sigh of relief and thanksgiving uplifts the heart. Miss Brezel Peruhan will extend the tribute of this ceremony.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen, who are watching to witness this virtual graduation ceremony of Guinuyoran National High School. It is a privilege to have been given an opportunity to share my insights, personally express my gratefulness, and speak in behalf of my fellow graduates. But before anything else, I would like to ask you are you familiar with Mark Zuckerberg, the founder of the most used social media, which is Facebook? Bill Gates, the creator of the world's largest software business, which is the Microsoft. How about Albert Einstein, the developer of the quantum theory and theory of relativity? Or Thomas Edison, the inventor of the incandescent bulb and phonograph? What made me think to mention this is that this big person has become a school dropout during their school days. However, that doesn't define them for who they are today. That doesn't become a reason for them to stop, because in life, we have different expertise that made us unique from one another. We all have various ways in building ourselves in accordance of our path of success. Our senior high school journey is like a roller coaster ride. Not because we had a fair share of ups and downs, but because of the plot twist we've experienced for the past 2 school years. Hit the reaction and share if who among you here experienced having a failing score during exams, had days of school service due to tardiness, who had thought of giving up, who has gone crying because of research or modules, who wanted to succeed. You see, we faced innumerable obstacles, yet surpassed them all due to will to succeed. Even if we thought of giving up in the middle of thunderstorm, our dreams became our sun. We often say, "Dili na ko'y kapoy na," but actually ended up doing all those activities and requirements. Why is that so? Because we see failure as our building blocks towards forming a better version of ourselves. For one, I had a fair share of struggles and hardships. If your perceptions towards me is based on my rank today, thinking that life must be so easy for me, that I do not cram when deadlines are approaching, that I am not being stressed about speeches, modules, or accounting, then you are all wrong. Since kindergarten, I've been a very shy pupil, reaching to the point that I couldn't even speak with my seatmate. I was once had a hard time attending school without my mother. I was once a loner. I also get 0 during tests during my grade school, and also in accounting during senior high school. I experienced being bullied and underestimated, but that doesn't hinder me, for I am unstoppably chasing my dreams. Pressure, that is my greatest enemy, but it plays a significant role in building my character. Many people expect too much from me. My classmates look up to me. You must think the feeling must be so great, but for me, it isn't. My mistakes are easily being noticed, and my personality is being defined by those mistakes. I got low scores too during math and physical activities, and even spent the night crying because I did not know how to balance all my responsibilities. And I am afraid I might fail those people who believes in me. For the past few months, anxiety hits me so hard, reaching to the point that I am locking up myself in my room, keep crying, getting out only to eat. And sometimes I couldn't even bear to eat and pushing myself hard to answer all those modules because pressure hits me to the bones. My fellow students, I am expressing myself to make you realize that all those things that we've been through have contributed a lot to ourselves. Accept your weaknesses because that's what made you who you are today. As we have ended our senior high school journey, let us not forget to acknowledge the value of gratitude and humility coupled in our faith in our Almighty God. I would like to express my sincerest gratitude to our teachers who keeps feeding us knowledge and skills for our future battles. To my friends and classmates for the treasure-worthy experience and efforts each has exerted for the betterment of the class. To the special persons in my life, my parents, family, relatives, and special ones, for not pushing me too hard, for their encouragement, for being sensitive with me and understanding my struggles, for defending me in times of need, for reminding me to eat whenever I am bombarded with requirements or activities, and for the comfort during those times that I lost myself. We all have the right to fail, but not all who fail is a failure. We can only call it a failure if one did not have a courage to stand after being failed. Above all, I would like to thank God for hearing and answering my prayers, and especially for blessing me people who continue guiding me to do what is just and right. Everyone has the right to fail, but not all who fail is a failure. We can only call it a failure if one did not have a courage to stand after failing. We can fail, but we should never give up. Serve this as a motivation in your life. As long as you keep learning, you keep winning. Because success comes from various forms in life. And being happy is the greatest achievement we can ever have. Congratulations, Guinuyoran National High School Senior High School students. After all, we made it. Thank you, and once again, good day.
Let us ponder on the pledge of loyalty with Miss Junalyn Biduya to commit ourselves to excellence and service.
Pledge of Loyalty. Please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I do solemnly swear that I will uphold the honor of my alma mater, the Guinuyoran National High School. I vow to cherish the dignity of labor and to do faithfully all my duties with industry, perseverance, and honesty. I vow to exercise all the skills, knowledge, and abilities which I have acquired for the betterment of myself, for the welfare of my family, and for the service of my country. So help me God.
Let us raise our right hand, our pride and dedication, and vow to uphold the standards and virtue of Guinuyoran National High School with Sir Aljan Mundido.
Guinuyoran National High School Alumni Association of. Kindly raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your name, do solemnly swear to faithfully fulfill my duties as a graduate of Guinuyoran National High School, imbued by the spirit of its mission, to serve the needs of students. I will endeavor to earn my own place among alumni, who by their devotion to its ideal have brought recognition and honor to their alma mater. I will provide moral, intellectual, and financial support through the Alumni Association, and I will encourage others to contribute and participate in the activities and noble works of Guinuyoran National High School Alumni Association. I shall strive hard to live up the standard excellence of my alma mater, to elevate the mind and strengthen character, and to be always on side of the law, freedom, and justice for the service of God, country, and mankind. So help me God.
I am not a stranger to the dark. Hide away, they say, 'cause we don't want your broken parts. I've learned to be ashamed of all my scars. Run away, they say, no one will love you as you are. But I won't let them break me down to dust. I know that there's a place for us, for we are glorious. When the sharpest words wanna cut me down, I'm gonna send the blood, gonna drown them out. I am brave, I am bruised, I am who I'm meant to be. This is me. Look out, 'cause here I come, and I'm marching on to the beat I drum. I'm not scared to be seen, I make no apologies. This is me. See you right.
Let us uplift our voices as we chant the advocacy of quality education, public service, and spirit of resilience through our school hymn.
You are the answer to the need of this land. God has destined you to mold us a better one. Your halls are rich in dreams and visions to soar up high, to help our family, other people, and the nation. Wherever life may lead us, your teachings will guide us, oh dear alma mater. Forever we will bring fame and glory to your name, Guinuyoran National High School. As children we will sing, success will be our aim, Guinuyoran National High School. We will be faithful, loyal and true where we belong. We will be faithful, loyal and true where we belong.
Dream, learn, serve, and live. In your journey, Guinuyoran National High School will always be proud of you. Congratulations!